Relationships are wildly complex living beings with so many facets to them that we only get to see a fraction of on TV. Given how complex they are and how little information we have, would it be completely irresponsible of me to make broad conclusions about how various relationships on reality TV might be fixed like I know anything? Absolutely. Is that gonna stop me from playing armchair psychologist and trying to fix all these relationships? No. So grab your coffee and get comfortable as I try to solve every relationship problem that I've seen so far in this season of 90 Day Fiance. Ashley and Manuel have this problem where Manuel is basically a huge asshole and Ashley doesn't really care. I mean, Ashley definitely cares. She gets upset by him all the time and they fight a lot. But what I mean is, if you watch their scenes together, it's hard to come away with any conclusion other than Manuel just is an asshole and doesn't like Ashley at all. Take their most recent episode, for example, where they have a huge fight in the car over coffee, of all things. Ashley wants to go out and get some coffee and wants Manuel to come with. But Manuel just drags his feet the whole time and comes up with any excuse not to go. He says, "Oh, we have coffee at home. You don't need me to go with you. You drink too much coffee anyway." Do we really have to go? I want to stay home. Although him throwing these little temper tantrums are pretty common because it seems like this is the way he handles his emotions, it still felt, to me at least, like he just can't stand the idea of spending any time at all with his fiance and do anything he can to get out of it. Lucky for us, he agrees to go because I assume if they never hang out together, then we kind of don't have a TV show. But even once they're in the car, he still has to complain and fight about coffee. He's like, "Ugh, I have to hold your coffee while you drive? Ugh, that's so dumb. Do you really need me to hold your full mason glass of coffee while you drink a double shot espresso and while you brought a huge full container of coffee in the back?" You know, actually, maybe Manuel has a point. I understand needing your morning coffee, but do you really need 3 full containers of coffee on your drive to go get more coffee? And now Manuel has to hold all of her shit. I mean, I'm not seeing any cup holders there. So frankly, it does seem a little excessive, but Manuel just attacks her for it, which is not the right idea. "Oh, if you have a coffee, why do you need another coffee? What's wrong with you? And God, it's just so annoying that I have to hold on to them for you. I hate holding on to stuff for you." That's not only a dysfunctional way of talking, because what's Ashley supposed to do with this kind of information, but the tone he's using, that he uses all the time, is just so full of contempt and disdain and disrespect. It doesn't just seem like he doesn't love her, it feels like he actively dislikes her. So if they wanted to fix the relationship, the advice I would give to Manuel is, stop being such an asshole. Okay, maybe that's not the most constructive feedback. The real advice I would give him is, try not hating your partner so much. I know it seems like I'm being a little unfair to Manuel, and I am because I don't like him, but Ashley's not off the hook either. Because yeah, Manuel's being a dick and being overly critical and all of that, but the way she deals with that is by calling her friend while she's driving and talking mad shit about Manuel in English while he's sitting right next to her.
What world are you living in?
I understand that Ashley just maybe doesn't know what to do in this situation, but like, not that. That's super disrespectful, which is a pattern with her too. Even earlier in the episode, when she was trying to go get coffee, she wanted to bring Manuel to get him out of the house, like a toddler.
I'm taking Manuel with me so I can get him out of the house a little bit.
And was saying that, yeah, he's new here and I know that he misses his family, but he's gotta get used to this because this is his new home, like a dog. So neither of them are good. But again, if we're trying to fix the relationship, my advice to Ashley would be to be more patient and don't escalate things. And maybe don't pick a partner that triggers you all the time. I know you're with someone who's really infuriating to be around, but if you take the bait every time he does something annoying and take it to 11, it's just gonna make things worse. If you want Manuel to be a better communicator and not be so critical and blow up all the time, he's not gonna learn that magically by himself. It might help you in your relationship and your future relationships if you work on yourself and maybe you try to set that as a good example. Which leads me to my last piece of advice with this couple. Break up. We've already seen defensiveness, a lot of criticism, and we're even seeing contempt in the relationship. That's 3 of the 4 horsemen of the relationship apocalypse. If both of you are not really committed to trying to figure things out and at least try to figure out why you have so much contempt and disdain for each other, it's not gonna work. So get your ass to therapy or get out. Rob and Sophie have a problem where Rob's just not that good at being in a relationship and not that good at communicating his feelings, and he keeps sexting girls outside the relationship. He's done that twice, that we know of. Sophie caught him in the act a few episodes ago, for the second time, I mean. And now in the one-on-one, he tells us that he's trying to convince Sophie that she's with a good guy who just made a mistake.
No, she's got a good guy. He just made a mistake.
And he does that by getting her a flower and renting an expensive Airbnb by the beach and surprising her with Indian food.
I love Indian food. It's like my favorite. So it does mean a lot to me that Rob's chosen like a meal that he knows I love and not just like what he wants. So I appreciate him like really putting in the effort.
He's like, oh, I'll never know if I've done enough. I
don't know if I'll ever feel like I've done enough.
I just want to do more and more to show you how sorry I am.
But I just felt like I wanted to do more.
And whenever you think about the past and our mistakes, just think about the future and our potential.
Remind yourself about our potential future.
I'm just so sorry. I just really want to apologize. Do you forgive me? Okay. Time out here, Rob. Just to be clear, you could be as sorry as humanly possible and love her truly to the moon and back 10,000 times over, but that doesn't say anything to what you did. That's a whole element about apologies that a lot of people seem to forget. We get so stuck on feeling like we did something wrong and now they're judging us that we gotta just really impress them and do everything we can to just shower them with affection and love or really distract them so that they say they forgive you, and then you can stop feeling so bad about what you did because you were forgiven. It's okay now. No, that's not how it works. If I was Sophie, I need to know why this happened and how I can know that this won't happen again. You can say you feel bad and that you love me and you want to be with me forever, but I'm pretty sure you told me you loved me and you wanted to be with me forever before you hurt me. So clearly they are not mutually exclusive. You can both love me and also cheat on me and hurt me, right? So you telling me you love me even more, okay, but that doesn't mean from experience that you're not going to cheat on me again. Well, I won't do it again, yeah, I promise. What did you say last time you did it? You did it again second time. What makes me believe that you're not going to do this again a third time? I didn't mean to, and I only love you were clearly not enough to prevent you from doing it the last time. So what's different now where you're not going to do it again? While I understand you think that you're a good guy that just made a mistake, my advice to you is to spend less time and energy on the good guy part and more of that energy on the mistake part. What's the problem? Why did this happen in the first place? What drove you to this action? Was there some unmet need going on? Do you have some poor coping mechanism? Is this something that reminds you about an ex that did it to you? Like, what's the deal? Why are you doing this? And then maybe once you have at least kind of an idea, then you might have kind of an idea of how to not do it again. And Rob, if you're listening, I can just about guarantee you that Sophie will feel a lot better and safer and more secure and happy and trust you way more and all that if instead of you showering her with affection and just saying, I'm sorry 10,000 times and I love you, if you told Sophie, you know, I've done this twice now. I want to understand why did I do that? You know, I don't want to do that. I want to be with you. I love you. Why would I go out and do something like that? I'm trying to understand and work through that. I think if most people heard that, they'd go, oh, okay, well, maybe we don't have an answer yet, but okay, this is a lot more concrete than just you telling me you love me. Now, at least I have some idea or hope like, oh, maybe we can actually work on this and actually get the problem fixed. Maybe it won't happen again. So that's how this relationship can be solved. It's not going to work if you have this problem that you're not addressing. Rob, you got to figure out what the problem is, what's going on with you, and how to stop it. Gino and Jasmine have this problem where, well, you know what their problems are. It's a little complicated and, you know, outside the scope of this video. But I do have some serious advice for Gino because they had a huge fight. She threatened to divorce him. And I don't understand how at this point in the relationship, Gino is still this bad at being with Jasmine. So Jasmine recently moved to America to live and be with her partner Gino. And as we all know, including Gino and Jasmine, Jasmine can be a very insecure and jealous person and can be easily triggered by anything that even looks like maybe someone might be cheating. So with that in mind, tell me, Gino, tell me why you thought it'd be a good idea to go to a strip club for your bachelor party and not tell her about it. In what world do you think this would be a good idea? So what happened was, apparently the day before Jasmine moves to America, Gino has his bachelor party with some members of his family, and they go out to a strip club. Gino did not tell Jasmine about this, but she found out anyway, because that was inevitable. And so we see Jasmine sit Gino down and say, hey, so what did you do the day before I got to America anyway? Gino's like, oh, I don't know. I didn't go out.
I didn't go out the day before you arrived.
Which is kind of like when you ask a kid, like, hey, did you have anything for lunch? And they're like, well, I didn't have any of the cookies in the cookie jar. I didn't have that. It's like, okay, yeah, good job, idiot. But then Jasmine's like, you know, the day before I got here when you were hanging out with your family. And then Gino's like, oh, you mean my bachelor party? Yeah, that's, yeah. So what about it?
You talking about my bachelor party?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
That's my exact question. What's up with that?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
She says, okay, you had a bachelor party. I guess that's fair. I had a bachelorette party. I guess you're allowed to have a bachelor party.
Because I had one, it's fair, you had one. But why didn't you tell me?
That's fair enough, but you lied about it. You didn't tell me about it. What's up with that? Why'd you lie to me? To which Gino answers, I guess surprisingly honestly, and says, well, I knew this would really upset you and you would hate it, and I didn't want you to be really upset the day before you come to the US, so I didn't tell you.
Honestly, I didn't want you to be pissed off or upset.
Which is a pretty terrible excuse because you're saying, I knew I was doing something wrong that you wouldn't like, and my way of dealing with that was not to not do the thing that you didn't like, it was just to lie to you about it. Yeah, babe, I know I cheated on you, but like, I didn't want you to be mad, so I just thought I would cheat on you and then just not tell you about it. It's like, stupid excuse, man. But Jasmine, still cool. She says, okay, that's a stupid excuse, but okay, fair enough.
Stupid excuse, but okay.
When were you going to tell me the truth now that I'm here? And Gino says, well, I wasn't going to tell you the truth.
I wasn't really going to tell you unless you asked.
I was going to wait until you just randomly found out and got mad, and then I was going to tell you. Why would that be the plan? And as bad as that is, it gets so much worse. Because instead of focusing on the lying thing and how she actually feels, he spends the next few minutes saying, well, the strip clubs aren't a big deal. I didn't do anything. This is normal here. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? God, you overreact to everything. Like, no, dude, she said from the beginning, I went to a bachelor party, you had a bachelor party. Like, that's fine. I guess you're allowed to do that. The problem is that you lied to me. You lied to me. You didn't tell me about it. And then when I asked you, when were you going to tell me the truth about this, Gino, huh? When were you going to tell me the truth? Your answer was, I lied to you, and I was going to continue lying to you forever until I couldn't get away with it anymore. Gino, you fucking idiot. She has said from the beginning, her problem is lack of trust. She can't trust you. You lie about shit, dude. This makes it hard for her to trust you. And if she can't trust her partner, she's not going to feel safe. She's going to feel constantly scared and on edge and find problems when there may not be problems because she can't trust you. When she finds a random lipstick in the car like a few episodes ago, if she trusted you, then when you said, well, maybe I was driving a coworker, it must have just fell out of her purse. We were just, it was just a normal thing. Maybe she might believe what you say because she trusts you. But if you lie about things and hide things from her, then when she sees the lipstick, it's, what are you hiding from me? Are you hiding a secret girlfriend? Are you seeing people behind my back? Because you won't tell me if you do.
This is a fun night out before you come. Why are you so upset about that?
Yeah, he really asked that, like he doesn't know. And then she tells him, because this entire relationship for 3 years, it feels like I'm constantly finding shit out that you don't tell me. And when I confront you, this is your attitude. You dismiss my feelings and just say, well, this is not a big deal. Why are you upset? And then Gino says, yeah, why are you upset? You shouldn't be mad. Are you serious, dude?
Like, oh, you got mad? You shouldn't. You shouldn't get mad.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. Why are you upset?
Are you serious, bro? You have not learned a single thing from being with Jasmine this whole time?
You're way overreacting. You're way out of control.
See the problem? Yeah, Jasmine's got her problems, but how do you get through to someone as stupid as Gino is right now? It's not the bachelor party. You guys get the point. Now that we're to the how to fix this relationship part, I have my boldest take of the night. And that is that I don't think I actually have to do anything differently because I think this whole thing was fake. I don't know, but I suspect that their relationship is actually a lot better these days than we're seeing on camera. And maybe they're comfortable enough with each other and have enough understanding that they kind of know how to play into it for drama. They don't show it that often on camera with them, but I feel like maybe the beginning of last season and some seasons before, there were a couple moments that seemed to me like we could see the genuine growth between the two people and how they could actually be a good fit for each other and understand each other. And then it seemed like there was this switch to now everything is a problem and now they don't know how to communicate about anything at all and everything is just a 9 out of 10 fight. So I suspect that they're actually doing pretty well and just playing this up for the camera. And if that's the case, then hey, get that money. I have no advice for you. You're doing great by yourself. I know I said in the intro that I would go over every couple in this season of 90 Day Fiance, but I don't think a lot of people are that interested in Nick and Devin. I forgot what their names are because I don't really care that much. Or Clayton and Alina. So there's not too much to say about them. And although I could talk about Justin and Nicole, I've already been recording for, frankly, an embarrassing amount of time, and I think this video is probably already long enough as it is. And it's my channel, and I'll do whatever the hell I want, okay? So apologies if you were looking for commentary on any of those couples in particular. And if you were, then let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video in the following weeks. That's it for today's video, and let me know what you thought about any of these couples in the comments down below. And until next time, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy my content, make sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications, and every comment helps the algorithm. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.